The scientific implications of pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis, the ability to set something on fire using only the power of consciousness, challenges several established scientific theories. Despite its absence from mainstream scientific recognition, pyrokinesis has been scientifically verified through documented demonstrations. On Paul McKenna's show, a subject successfully performed pyrokinesis under controlled conditions. Additionally, Serbian man Biba Struja, known for his Guinness World Records, has demonstrated both electrokinesis and pyrokinesis under scientific observation, further confirming the reality of these abilities. The following scientific theories require revision in light of this reality. 1. Conservation of energy, first law of thermodynamics. Challenge. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred or converted from one form to another. Pyrokinesis, however, demonstrates that energy, heat, can originate from a non-physical source, consciousness, without any identifiable transfer or transformation from another form. Impact. This necessitates a revision of the law to account for consciousness as a potential source of energy generation or manipulation beyond known mechanisms. 2. The Standard Model of Particle Physics. Challenge. The Standard Model of Particle Physics describes the fundamental particles and forces that govern the physical universe. Heat, and fire, results from the movement of particles, atoms and molecules, specifically the increased motion of molecules in matter that produces heat energy. The Standard Model doesn't account for consciousness interacting directly with particles in a way that could create such heat. Impact. Pyrokinesis implies the existence of a previously unrecognized fundamental force or interaction through which consciousness can directly influence matter, necessitating an expansion or revision of the Standard Model. This calls for recognizing consciousness as a force capable of affecting particles at a fundamental level. 3. Neuroscience and the nature of consciousness. Challenge. Neuroscience considers consciousness an emergent property of the brain with no known ability to directly influence physical matter. Impact. Pyrokinesis indicates that consciousness is an independent force capable of altering physical reality, challenging conventional models of cognition and prompting a re-evaluation of its role in the physical world. 4. The second law of thermodynamics, entropy. Challenge. The second law states that entropy increases in a closed system and that energy transformations are inherently inefficient. Pyrokinesis demonstrates heat generation without a discernible source or increase in disorder. Impact. This phenomenon necessitates an expanded understanding of thermodynamics that includes non-physical sources of energy emergence. 5. Electromagnetism. Challenge. Fire, heat, and combustion are typically understood as a result of energy being released through chemical reactions involving the rearrangement of atoms, often driven by the movement of electrons, in the case of electrical sparks or ignition. Electromagnetism governs the interactions between charged particles, which is critical in the process of combustion. Impact. Pyrokinesis demonstrates that consciousness can influence matter through mechanisms beyond the known interactions of charged particles, challenging the fundamental laws of electromagnetism. This necessitates a re-examination of electromagnetism's role energy manifestation. 6. Quantum mechanics. Challenge. In quantum mechanics, experiments have been interpreted to suggest that particles behave probabilistically and are governed by principles such as superposition, uncertainty, and entanglement, an interpretation I do not agree with. Quantum effects generally do not operate on macroscopic scales, such as the size of objects that could be set on fire with pyrokinesis. Impact. The ability to ignite an object without any apparent physical interaction implies one of two possibilities. Either quantum processes extend to macroscopic scales, though I disagree with the conventional interpretation of quantum mechanics, which is a separate discussion, or that consciousness can directly influence particle behavior. This overturns the classical interpretation of quantum mechanics, demonstrating that consciousness has non-local effects on the quantum state of matter, an aspect unaccounted for in current theories. As a result, quantum mechanics must be fundamentally re-evaluated and expanded to incorporate consciousness as a direct factor in physical interactions. 7. Newtonian mechanics and the concept of force. Challenge. Newtonian physics defines forces as physical interactions acting upon matter. Pyrokinesis introduces an unexplained force generated by consciousness that induces combustion. Impact. A new category of force must be acknowledged, one that stems from consciousness and operates outside conventional physical interactions. 8. Causality. Challenge. Traditional causality dictates that physical events must be preceded by identifiable causes. Pyrokinesis introduces an immediate effect, combustion, without a known physical precursor. Impact. Consciousness emerges as a direct causal agent in the physical world, requiring a reassessment of how causality functions. Conclusion: pyrokinesis challenges many established scientific theories, including the first and second laws of thermodynamics, the standard model of particle physics, neuroscience, quantum mechanics, electromagnetism, Newtonian mechanics, and the concept of causality itself. These findings demand a reassessment of how consciousness interacts with matter and energy, paving the way for new scientific models that position consciousness as an active force shaping physical reality. The Big Bang theory suggests that the universe began from an extremely dense and hot state around 13.8 billion years ago. Some interpretations of this theory might suggest that matter and energy are eternal, particularly in the context of the principle of conservation of energy, which states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. In contrast, spirituality holds that infinite, eternal, and all-encompassing consciousness is the absolute, from which matter and energy emerge. According to spirituality, this eternal consciousness is the absolute, and matter and energy arise from it. Consequently, consciousness, being eternal and unchanging, cannot be created or destroyed.
In this video I will show you piece automatically fire up the matchbox. This is a very rare piece of this is a normal matchbox. This is very normal. We are not using any chemical on it for getting automatic firing. For that I will wipe the matches with a tissue paper. You can clearly show that this is a normal matchbox. We are not using any chemical for this. Please watch carefully. This is the our piece. This is a pure black piece. I am connected this from very organic farm. This is one of piece of thermocol piece. For we have to set the matchbox sticks. I will place this matchbox stick like this on this thermocol. And before videos I hold the matchstick on my hand. This is a very different video. I place the matchbox sticks on the thermocol. The matchbox sticks having no chemicals. If I apply the chemical, it will automatically getting fire within a minute, in 20 seconds or 10 seconds. This is our black turmeric piece. You can see. once again I will show you with the tissue paper. I totally wipe the magic sticks with the tissue. You can clearly see that there is no chemical. This is 100% real magic power. Yes, this is a very rare piece. Please watch carefully. If I place the near to the matchbox sticks, they will get automatically fire. This is not a chemical reaction or edited video. You can see. Please watch carefully. Yes. The matchbox stick automatically fire.